Let's see. Don't know if we'll have any viewers tonight, but let's take a look. If you guys do come on, just feel free to send me a message so I know that you're here. Doing some solo zombies just to get the new 1911 leveled up. Camo grind it. See what I got going on here. Now, I typically would not attack the power station with something like this, so I'm going to wait until I get enough, and then I'm going to go by the door, get me SMG, go from there. I know, not super exciting, guys, sorry. And I generally like to use my melee weapon in the beginning so I don't eat a lot of ammo, and since it doesn't cost me anything to use it, it's a couple free rounds. Now I'm running Toxic Growth, and I'll show you guys why here in just a few minutes. On Vandal Farms with the seed pods, these little guys here, and there's another one over here, and then there's a third one over here. Those little seed pods can spit out salvage and various other goodies depending on how you hit them. So once we get into in here, and we're going to go, let's see here, we're going to kill a few more zombies. I need to get an SMG. I need 1,000 essence. Got enough. And I always come in with a decoy because that helps in taking care of the zombies that come when you start trying to get the infestation off. So we're going to come in here. We're going to start popping the infestation. Pop a decoy. Oh, we got one more. There we go. Decoys don't last forever, but we are still gonna. There we go. Beautiful. Let's see what we got. We already got a TED task. Critical kills. Good thing I have the SMG. It's hard to do with the 1911. Quick pause, gotta turn off an alarm. There we go. No worries. And back at it. It's kind of nice having one of these so early in the game. Hopefully we'll get a decent perk out of it, as long as we do everything right. So what I like to do is I like to come over here to the top of this hill and kind of shoot down, or at least level with the zombies, because you can get a bunch of multiple kills that way. A lot of them. Oh, that's right. I forgot we're in a TED test. There we go. We got our legendary. Let's go pick up our use drop. Oh, PhD flopper will help us in a few minutes, and I'll tell you why. So we're going to go up here and turn the power on after we get that, because we want to turn on the packet punch and the Wonder Fizz. All right, so what I just picked up there was a spray bottle. I'm going to show you where a couple more are. There's one that's going to be right there inside the garage. And there's one in the farmhouse, and then there's one right there. you want to pick those up. Those make a big difference, and that's what you're going to spray your seed pods with. So once you get your toxic growth up, you spray that seed pod, let it grow. It's going to overgrow. It grows a lot faster once you pop that up, and it spits out lots of neat stuff. Let's see, we got some salvage this time, and that's about it. That's not too bad. Just heard it respawn, so we're going to hit it again. And for those that don't know, Chompy right there is a good thing to have. Chompy eats your weapon, so make sure when you feed a weapon to Chompy, you're not feeding the one you're trying to work with. So that's very important. Low ammo. Definitely want to get rid of that. Go get more ammo. Do I need to slide? No, but is it good practice for when I'm running Warzone? Throw out that decoy. Oh, and a Simtex. And they're all done. Those are ammo rounds, so they give you ammo. They give you a full ammo at the end of each one, which is really good to see. So we're going to come in here at the end of that. We're going to wait for Chompy. He's going to glow blue. And let's kick him while we're doing that. He popped blue, so we're going to feed him that SMG, and we get... I already gave up my weapon, so I'm going to use that on my melee weapon, only because of the fact that here in a few minutes, it is possible that one of the TED tasks will be melee kills. Yeah, I know. Why are you running a pistol, Siberian? Well, we're running a pistol because we just got it, and we want to level it up. I'm also running double XP, double weapon XP on this so that I can level it up faster. We're run one round with it. We're level 16 already. I'd like to prestige it tonight. So here, oh, did I already feed it? I guess I did. Let's see, C4, nope. Oh, yeah, so we got PhD flopper already. And what that does is this, for those that don't know, it creates a blue flame. Now, if I run between these guys, it'll knock them over and kill them. There's double point. We're going to take that. More money's always better, right? More money, more money, more money. Oh, didn't mean to open that, but that's okay. Now, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do a financial exchange here. We're going to exchange our essence for salvage. So we buy a weapon. Oh, nice. That's my Akita build. It is the Akita with the extended mag and the explosive shells on it. Hit that when we come by. And Chompy's going to get a little lunch here. There you go. Like I said, be careful. I can't tell you how many times I have... Oh, let's see. How many times I have fed the weapon I'm using into Chompy that I'm working on, which is a real bummer when you realize you do that. Okay, got the arrow. We're getting out of here. It's a dangerous place to be with all those zombies. Feed that to Chompy. What I'm really waiting to do here is pack-a-punch this. Once I pack-a-punch this, this actually becomes quite the great gun for zombies. What I understand, the 1911 is going to be the Akimbo is going to be a event achievement. Not bad. All right, I think Chompy's hungry again. Let's feed him that. Go back here. Now, those little yellow seed pods, those plant spawns, are actually, you can eat those and they'll give you extra health if you collect them when they pop up. All right, just heard another. I'm gonna go hit that. I have enough, not yet. All right, where am I? Let's use my double points here because I need to save up some points because I want to. All right, 56,000 or 5,600. So what we're going to do is we're going to go pack a punch this, and we're going to see the magic happen. And when we pack a punch this, what happens is it becomes a explosive launcher, much like it did in Black Ops 6. And that's why I want PhD Flopper, because PhD protects you from explosions. So if you get caught in your own explosion, it will do damage. So and for those who haven't played zombies, you may have noticed, if you didn't, I will mark it later for if you replay the video, that the your ammunition increases quite a bit, and so does your mag ammunition. Well, not in this one. Usually your mag ammunition does too, but not in this case. It may be a bug. We'll have to check it out. So there's that fruit I was talking about. You want to eat that, and you get your health bar turns green. That means you have an one paying attention. What did I get? I got epic, not legendary. That'll be all right. All we'll do is it looks like we're just going to save up for them. Looks like we're not getting point turrets. It's a good thing I didn't get a. Alright. Now I've got enough salvage, I can just go down here and buy a self-revive, so if I need it again. Alright, so we're going to come up here, trigger that again. Oh, I lost my PhD flopper. I got to go pick that back up. Mustang salad, that's what it is. Alright, let's go feed Chompy this. While he digests that, we're going to come pick this up, and I don't want to waste that ether tool, so we're going to use that on that, because the higher the weapon you feed Chompy, the higher the level of the salvage that you get. So if you feed him a Pack-a-Punch weapon, you'll usually get an epic or legendary. So we need to feed that again. Anything to write home about? All right. Not that I'm going to use it, but like I said, it is currency basically. So when you pick that up, we're going to trigger that. Death from below. All right, this one's fun. So what I do is I come down here to a stairway, especially if I have my toxic growth ready, get it done, and then just start shooting them as they come down. All you have to do is be at a lower elevation than them. All right, we got it. Good job. Yes, I just said good job to myself. What did I pick up? Ooh. Now that one is Juggernog, and what that does is that increases your health. 300 HP from 250. It's a good thing to have. We're going to stop by Chompy, feed him. We still need ammo for Mustang here. And get some ammo. So what do I got? I got 9,000. So 9,000 essence. I'm going to wait until I'm over 10, and then I'm going to go buy some perks. Just because I hate going into the first bear without something besides Jug. All right, let's see. Don't need that. More essence. Now, for those who don't play survival, that right there is your exfil, and starting at round 11, every 5 rounds, it will trigger, and you can exfil, and it'll count as a successful exfil. Otherwise, you bleed out, and it just doesn't count as an exfil. You get extra experience for that. So we're going to come up here, we're going to buy that door, and then we're going to come up here and buy what we need. I want. There we go. Oh, I want a PhD flopper. That was kind of the point. If you noticed, my health bar just went down. I have enough? Yeah, I got enough to buy PhD flopper. So we're going to get PhD flopper. There we go. We're good. Pick that up. Nope. And usually around round 20, I'll forget about this and just focus on, as far as Chompy goes, and just focus on surviving. I am not one of these savage players that like to try to go to round 80 solo. That's not the way I roll. I like to have fun. Now, the other cool thing is with these, like I said, you always get a max ammo. So what I like to do is at this point is come over here and get me a Kazi, because they will give me more. So you use them on this round and you'll get your 2 back. There it is, my max ammo. And spray it. Oh yeah, I do. I have that recon. Oh yeah, we're waiting for that blue. I got more Kazi, so I'm going to throw one because I hate to waste a Casimir. Do that. I have 4,000, so we're going to pick up another plate. Now I'm going to pause this real quick because what I want to look at is there it is. Get 300 eliminations with the 1911 at rarity. Okay, so we're already there, and we're more than halfway to that. If I remember correctly from looking at this, max level's 25 for the 1911, so we may exfil and come back in and work on it some more. And I should still have some double XP going, so because I got about an hour of it, so we're gonna chew that up. Let's see, more. We're gonna switch to that. There we go. Dangerous spot to be too, so you gotta get it and get out and then read it. Kill the location. All right. So, all right. Again, killing location's not easy, but you can use a Kazi in here. There we go. We're going to get our bonus point over here, and we got to be quick because you don't want to get trapped in here. Use. There we go. So what do we get? Oh, we got quick hands, and we got mule kick, so I can now carry 2 extra weapons. Not that I'm going to, but I can. How much do I have in that? We're gonna come down here and we're gonna get an ammo mod. Yeah, I already got that. Maybe I'll trade it out later. And Chompy will periodically spit out a ray gun, the Mark 1. Not worth a whole lot, so I usually just feed them back. The Mark 1 will usually get you epic or rare. And as you saw, it is kicking out ether crystals as well, so we are able to pack a punch our guns without spending money. Don't need that. Mai Tai on the boy? I don't know. All right, let's see. What do we got here? We're still going, just to check. Spray it while I go by. Let's see, what do we pick up? Oh. Yeah, I guess I decided not to keep that boy at. Leave him alone so I can do a few things without having to worry about new horde. Now I'm going to go hit this, but he's probably going to go through my toxic. Yeah, sounds like he did. Oh shit! I got to go over here. So we've got a bear coming in, and while with a assault rifle, I would normally take him on. You get the war machine, and it's almost a one shot. And he's done. And from here on, they'll start popping out one or two a level, and they'll come from anywhere around the backside, or anywhere around the fence line of the map. Save the front of the map where these guys are up here. All right, I want to check the next one. Get 300 eliminations with the 1911 Waltz Pack-a-Punch. It's already taken in most of what I've gotten, so we're almost done with that. All right, so am I the best player? Am I the best Call of Duty player on the map? No. Am I the best streamer out there? No, but we all started somewhere, so hopefully I can, if you're watching this now and you're watching this after the stream, please feel free to give us a like. A subscription would even be awesome. If I earn that, hopefully I have. And drop me a line. Let me know where you are watching from and what you liked or disliked about the video. Please be respectful and kind. I am new. Once you get your mule kick, where you can carry an extra weapon in your back pocket, you also can carry an extra piece of equipment. So you'll see that where I was getting 2 Casimirs, I will now get 3. And there it goes. You know, things like frag grenades or Simtex grenades, things like that, you'll get 5. With everything else, you'll just get 2 or 3. Yeah, thought I heard a bear. There is another Aether Crystal, so we're going to take that. We're going to pop. I saw one over here. War Machine, where is he? Slide out. And he's done. No muss, no fuss, no stress. So now we have an epic rarity weapon. We have a double Pack-a-Punch, which is good. All right, what's the next one? Get 10 kills rapidly. I think we got that in the bag. We just gotta feed that. Like I said. Oh, we got another TED task. Let's go. I wonder if the developers meant to call them TED Talks. Hold the location. This one's interesting. So, hold the location. There's this little spot right here. If you can get yourself wedged in, drop a toxic growth, and kind of hang out without taking a whole lot of damage. I just use a couple cashmeres. Now, damage will cause your toxic growth to eventually diminish, but kills help it come back. So it's kind of a give and take. It's a catch-22. You got to kill to get it, but if you let the toxic growth kill, it'll go down, but it helps it revive, but not as much as you'd want it to. So as soon as you see it, yeah, I'm going to drop another one, and my last Casimir. As you'll see, I'm already on Epic, or Rare. Now I'm on Epic. And eventually, towards the end, you got to do that, and they all disappear right about now. And you got to hurry because at this level, they will respawn quickly. Use equip. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Well, so what we'll do is we'll come out here and we'll just plan it. There we go. Now, if you want a quick run, nope, didn't make it. Sometimes you can make it up jumping there. I'm not the best parkour expert in the world. Oh, get your war machine back and get out of there before they trap you. Let's see, how are we doing? 5 of 15. Well, on ammo, got to keep an eye on your ammo and your plates because they can one-hit you when it gets later in the rounds. Dump that off. All right, let's go get more ammo. Let's get our third plate. Let's see if we have time. Yeah, we got time to get 2. Oddly enough, the pistols actually pack quite a punch in here. I think they buffed them a little bit. Yeah, so if you're a Warzone player and you're in here and just, buffing up guns or doing whatever it is you need for guns, it is a good idea if you want to practice your movement and your sliding. This is a great place to do it. You don't have anything shooting at you, they're just trying to eat you. But other than that, just practice everything you can. All your movement's good to practice in here. Centering's a good thing to work on in here. Burger's channel's great on teaching you the ins and outs of how to get better at Warzone. It's a good place to work on centering because as you slide, you can pick your target to center on and come back. So we're at level 21. All right. So hopefully at level 26 we can exfil and start this gun over again. Now, I know a lot of you may be new to, or some of you may be new to Call of Duty. Some of you guys may be veterans watching this laughing, going, man, what is he doing? He's such a noob or whatever. I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. And if I teach you guys anything, it's been worth my time. Plus, I'm doing this anyway. I do plan on streaming every night from 8 to at least midnight, probably. Could be later, and sometimes during the day. I'll try to post those if I come on and give you guys a heads up. No guarantees, though. So that's my Akita auto shotgun, which is equivalent to the, if you were a BO6 Black Ops 6 person and you remember the Maelstrom, this is kind of comparable to that. You can akimbo these, which can be fun from time to time, but just eats through your ammo so quick. So what do I have? Oh, no, I already got guns. All right, let's go get these to Chompy. We're gonna set this up because we're getting in the higher rounds. As you get higher rounds, your rewards match kind of the level of the round you're in. So you'll get ether crystals and things like that that'll match. Oh, teddy bear's coming in. Let's give him a hug because he wants to give us a hug. I'm gonna cuddle our bear. I'm not a big fan of the breacher as a shotgun. Just its fire rate's too slow and it just doesn't have enough kick. Ah, so here we'll feed this to Chompy. I didn't really focus on it last time, so we got epic, rare, and epic. So we got 1,200 in salvage off that, which is awesome. Crouch kill. Now this is get interesting. One thing you can do is if you can get to a nice spot like right here, plant you some toxic, bury yourself in it, and just go to town. Maybe it's 28. There we go. We're done. Got the golden dragon. So this one is, where is it? Generally we have to get 20. Why is it not here? And we'll check it on the next one and see what it is. Yeah. And again with the MK78, my least favorite LMG. Takes too long to reload. Great TTK, time to kill. Great ammo capacity, but terrible reload time. Now, earlier, I need to check something here right fast. Oh. Yeah, the nice thing about playing solos is you can pause it every once in a while for yourself. Okay, that's what I need to see. Yeah, we may have to go to 31 before we exfil and start over to work on the gun again, because oh, all right, so I dropped, so we're gonna go back. We got a crawler, so we can, yeah, foobarred that. There we go. Yeah, because we just started a new round. I still got a level and a half to go before I max out this gun. Where are we at? How much we got? All right, we're gonna pop a Casimir right here because I want to jump down here and do a few things. First thing I want to do is max that out, and then I want to go back and I want to get Shadow Void, because I already have explosive on this and it's really not doing a whole lot. There we go, max level. Is it still there? Is exfil still there? Because it doesn't stay forever. Yeah, no, opportunity's gone. And I think what I'm actually going to do, just because I don't want to, I'm just going to leave out of here. I could have gone the other 5 rounds. The only problem is I'd be wasting my time for my double XP on my weapon. I only have about 15 minutes left anyway, so, but I'd still be wasting it. So I'm going to start again. I may pop another one. See what we got. We're going to go. We're going to go here to magazine. Well, yep, doesn't matter. So we're going to go. So we're going to prestige this. Don't need optics, barrel. Don't care about magazine, however, I am going to do the 15 round and I'm going to use my permanent unlock for that. Don't have anything else. I do want to check my camo though, because that we are going to track that. Oh, I got to do that on 3 pistols. Oh, all right. No, we're not going to mess with that tonight. But I haven't changed that camo because that's just stupid looking. So let's go into here, and you know what? I really like this Black Cell Opulescence camo, so we're going to use that. Yep. Well, I got 9 more of these. Let's pop another hour. And we're just going to run until that runs out. And while we're doing that, let's just do a double XP for that. I don't need to do my battle pass because, well, I've already finished my battle pass. Plus, we're getting the 20% Black Cell boost. So that's good. All right, now this has turned to full auto, so this could be interesting. Ooh, a lot of kick though. So we're going to follow the same thing we did last time, and always get the low-hanging fruit. Very good, huh? Yeah. There's usually 1 or 2 more over here. I already got him. Now I could turn Rampager on. Now let's turn it on for a little bit. I can turn it off again if I need to. I'll just speed up rounds. Maybe. There we go. Now they will be faster and they're going to hit a little harder, so like I said, I'm not a speed runner. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I am just here to have some fun. So we're going to open this door. You'll notice if you watch the previous match, you'll notice that they are faster and they hit a lot harder. So it is very likely I'm going to go turn it off now. We're going to go. All right. And I will tell you, I'm not used to talking when I play solo. Usually I'm listening to a movie or doing things like that. So I'm sorry if my dialogue or my narration isn't, like I said, tell me more of what y'all want and I'll see if I can put it in there. If you post it in the comments, I'll do what I can. So we're going to, oh my God, it's got a lot of kick like that. Pick up the spray and hop down. I like it as a burst better. I have a weird habit of like ADSing and then coming right off ADS. I'm not sure where I picked that up, but it's a weird habit to have. So we're going to hold on to this Raiden until we pack the pistol. Perfect. Pack that. Now, just, oh my goodness, right? Look at that. Who needs a rocket launcher? Rocket launcher? Rocket launcher? Who needs a bloody rocket launcher? Still I don't have my PhD flopper, so I gotta kind of keep my distance so I don't get taken out by my own that hurt. You know, people love the Razor, and there's a lot of people who call it the Meta, but that fire rate is so fast that it just it's almost distracting. All I'm probably gonna run some Warzone here in a little bit, and when I do, maybe you'll see. Maybe I need to. There is an insta kill right there, but we're gonna save it for later. Nice. I was just thinking I haven't had a TED task. All right, let's see here. Activate that. Let's see. Melee kill. That's not too bad. I don't mind that. What I really hate is when we get the combat axe, just because it takes forever for it to spit them out. Let's see if I can do this. No. Let's see if I can do it from back here. Here we go. Oh, quick revive. That's nice. So I've got my quick revive set up, and I can walk you guys through that if you want. But the way that the quick revive set up is so that it will revive me without me losing my perks if I can do damage to him while I'm bleeding out. So if you're quick enough and you can get it to, you can drop some toxic growth or something right where you're about to die, because we all know when we're about to die on this. They'll walk through it, and then that damage will be done, and then it should resurrect you. You get 3 of those per game. Now, if you have the aftertaste perk, when you revive yourself, you can revive yourself without any you know what, I'm going to keep this just for now. I dropped it. I did. I dropped my pistol. And it does even kick out mystery perks every once in a while, the little seed pods. So let's see what this TED task is. I didn't trigger it. Combat axe, and you'll see. See, it's still there. We go. Now it's picked them up. Now the best way to get through these combat axe ones is to train them. A nice long line of them. And then you got to go pick them back up. There we go. Got my perks. And get them trained again. Let's see, what did I get? pick up my syntax back. How much essence do I have? Not enough. I'm going to go up here and buy double tap. Let's get these guys out of here so I can do this. So I'll double tap PhD flopper and we'll do a quick reload. Always take that 30 seconds to reload when you have it, just like you would in any other part of the game. Warden always comes out. Now these little Ravengers, they like to eat the stuff that's left on the ground. When they do die, after they've eaten some of it, they will drop salvage. And salvage is very important in this game because I still don't have a rarity on this beyond standard. So, and that's how you do it. So we're gonna, there we go, need ammo. We're going to leave him a crawler for right now because I want to catch my breath. Still have mule kick, and that's fine. We'll get that. Take care of him. Now I want to go down here and I want to up his rarity and pick up Shadow Void. I can't pick up Shadow Void, but he is epic now. Beautiful. If you wait just a little bit after they first spawn, you do get you'll get more of them. You run the risk of, or run the opportunity to possibly get them all, but not always. And we're going to wait for Chompy here to turn blue. Yeah, I know, kitten. I got a cat down here. I got my gaming cat next to me. Whenever you pick up a gun, always make sure you check where you just picked it up from and make sure you didn't drop yours, because eventually it will despawn or the Ravengers will eat it, and then you're kind of SOL, depending on what you were working on. Camo grinding or just weapon grinding or whatever you're doing. Maybe you're doing a weekly challenge, a daily challenge, whatever it is, but so you just gotta, I learned that the hard way. I forgot I didn't have mule kick, and I picked up two guns, dropped it, and then I went back, and Ravager was going to, you know, having my the weapon I dropped for lunch. So, yeah, no, didn't drop it. Good thing. Go up here. My theory is why take stairs if you don't have to. Crouch kill, crouch kill. We went over this last time. Set you up some. Be careful about your sentry turrets. You can do damage to your own sentry turrets. Out of ammo. That is the problem with this, especially on auto. Double point. Maybe Wisp 2 got it. Now, for those that may or may not know about being able to set up weapons as zombie builds so that when you get them out of the box or off of a wall buy, it comes out as your preferred build. Unfortunately, when they come out of the toxic growth of your little seed pods, it is not that build. You get a random build that the AI thinks you're gonna like. Sometimes you get some attachments you've never tried before, but it is so it can be interesting. I know a lot of the younger ones, when they play, probably like the silly things that the characters say, but God, they get annoying as repetitive as they are. I wish there was a way to turn those off on the operators. You know what? We should probably go get some more plates. We're just going to fill our plate carrier up and get 3 plates or 2 more plates. So we've got 3. There we go. We don't have to worry about it later. You know, I never did get that. Let's go down and get my Shadow Boy. We got a crawler somewhere. There it is. Well, Let's go see if we can pick up a good gun. And still don't have mule kick. $47 minutes. If you guys have hung out this long or you're catching it in the middle, you decided to fast forward through it, I do appreciate you hanging out this long and listening to me rant and rave and ramble. You know, it's awful cool of you guys. If I've done anything, if you're sympathetic, if you're empathetic, if you want to pity me and throw me a like and a subscribe, that would be awesome. Just hit those buttons down there. You know how it works. None of y'all are new to YouTube, otherwise you wouldn't be here. But yeah, just, you know, be kind of cool. Again, you see something you like, you don't like, you're like, man, he sucks, or be respectful about it. But let me know. Anything you want to see, we're going to do, if you keep an eye out, we're going to do some Endgame and some Warzone throughout the week as well. Tonight is just a night I just wanted to do this solo and not have to deal with people because, you know, those of us who play this are antisocial to begin with. Well, antisocial might not be the right word, but I think socially challenged might be a better way to describe it. Because we play this for hours and our social contact is voice chatting on here. Although, you know, I was playing the other day with a really cool family. It was a younger kid, you know, he was in our group. He was, I don't know, I think he was 6, but his dad was right there helping him, monitoring, making sure he wasn't part of anything that was too toxic or inappropriate. So, you know, he could monitor, and it was actually kind of neat. It was a great way for those two to bond. I think Dad used to be quite the gamer and decided to introduce his son to it. Death from Below. All right, for those of you who weren't here for the last show, now this one's going to be a little bit different because I don't have toxic growth going yet. So anything from a lower elevation. Now we are lower, we're going to see it. Yep. So even down here, this is counting because I am a lower elevation. So you don't have to put yourself in too much harm's way. You just have to be a few degrees below the zombies. But now that I've got a toxic growth, I am going to come down here and pop that puppy, and we're just going to, and we're done. I don't know when the Sturmwolf was the meta SMG in the game, and they nerfed it, and now it's not near that. So for those of you who may be new to the game, like I said, this, who knows who's watching this. If you're new to the game, I just used a phrase nerfed, and when if you think about a Nerf gun, it's a pretty harmless gun, and that's what they've done is they've turned a weapon or something they've nerfed it. They've made it soft, and they've made it not as effective. So now if they buffed it, they made it better. So those are a couple vocabulary phrases you might want to just think about when you hear that. Um, phrases that uh, maybe when I started, I was like, "What are you talking about? Nerf? What? I'm playing Call of Duty." The vocabulary on here is pretty dynamic. It does change. I've, you know, like I said, I still get confused, but then I'm old and probably a little senile, so that might be part of it. Well, fine on ammo. Coming through here. Now 14. All right. Beautiful. All right. Let's go get some ammo because, who you think you are? Thought he could come after me like that. Goodness. The unmitigated gall that he had. All right, we're going to have to buy a new one of those. Let's go in here and buy a new war machine. Purple orange still there? Yep. Give me my shimmy. There it goes. I know it's kind of weird, but I love watching him somersault into the black hole there. I know it's kind of weird. And yes, you can't pack a punch wonder weapons. If you were unaware. is he? There you go. Double points are always good. I don't know. Oh, let's go pick this up before it disappears. And oh man, that was mean. Disappeared right as I got there. You know what? I'm gonna go triple punch this. We're gonna max this gun out. We good enough to do it. There we go. Now we're maxed out. It's kind of pretty. Let's pop a Casimir, pick that one up. I'm ready for the bear. Where's he going to come out? Gonna come through the house. Yeah, there he goes. He was. I guess he was just coming through Goldilocks' house. Yeah, probably not as funny as I thought it was in my head when I thought about that joke. Am I 27? Now I will tell you that usually when I'm playing solos, I will usually dip out around 41 because that's when the what are they called? Funky looking multi-headed guy with the spikes. I can't think of what they're double guests. That's when they start coming out, and between that and the bears, and just not. It's a lot to handle. I don't know. We'll see. I may get a decent gun here in a little bit and hang out. If I can get my Akita back or my now. Probably going to dip out to 36 on this one. Both of these, I like both of these. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Obviously, that's what inspired me to become a YouTuber, or try to, or do this for 2 weeks and see that I have nowhere to go. But that being said, one of the things that I see is I just see a lot of people talking about, they don't teach. Well, Burger teaches. I like Burger quite a bit, but they don't really give you the beginner's guide. It's all about how to get better once you've already played the game. And like I said earlier with the vocabulary, there's a lot to learn. So we'll see. Oh, it didn't take that, so we're going to go again. There it goes. Now, when you get far enough along in the game and you get enough perks, once you fill up all your perks, you're still going to get random perks in different ways, through chests, through just whatever you're doing. And when you do that, what's going to happen is you'll get what's called eternal perks, and those eternal perks are going to show up in your perk bar with a little white frame around it. And I don't know if we'll get that far tonight. Oop, didn't mean to do that. So there we go. Got that one. Yeah, so you'll see down at the bottom my elemental pop, which is the pink one with the wings, is one that is now an eternal perk. And what that means is, as long as this game is going, whether I go down or not, I will not lose that perk. Whether I use my quick revive or whatever, it will stay there. So in your bleed out bar, you get those 3 perks. Of course, I'm out of ammo. Not bad. Yeah. Yeah, so as we get more perks from whatever we're getting them from, they will, because we're maxed out now. We've got every perk available. Yeah, we'll leave him down there. We'll see. Oh, yeah. See, there's another one. So what do we get? Oh, nice. So now Juggernog, which is the one with the like looks like the red cross symbol, Juggernog is now an eternal perk, which means that if I go down, I won't lose that. So whatever my top 3 are, plus those 2. Now you can't go and buy eternal perks. You can't go and buy more perks and then be eternal. That's just not how it works. They've got to come to you organically through the seed pod or the TED tasks or however you're going to get them. But you can't buy them. They're not. It's not like you can just go buy to get eternal perks. It's, you know. I wish that was the case. That would be awesome. Maybe if they doubled the price on every perk, um, you know, that would be a way to do it. Is if they just exponentially increased it, because that's what happens when you start buying them. Is the first one's 22.50, and then it goes up and up and up. And if they were to double that, you know, after you got your last one, and then kept going exponentially, it's not a bad idea. Devs, if you're listening, which I doubt you are, but if you are, it'd be kind of a cool thing to do. Self-revive don't need, which is a good thing. Who else thinks the warden's annoying? We're going to go to 36, maybe 41. We'll see how we're doing. Teddy bear, inbound. Mystery perk, what did we get? So double tap, which is the pistols crossed, which basically fires 2 rounds at the same time, so every hit is doubled. That's a eternal perk. So now I've got 3 out of the 13 possible. Had to count. You think that's something I would know, right? Yeah, well, not that. Yeah. So while we're watching this, I want somebody to comment. And I want someone to, in the comments, tell me whether they prefer DC or Marvel and why. Growing up, I'm an old school guy. When comic books were still paper, and they were you went down to the corner store and bought them, and some people still do, and bought them for a nickel or 10 cents. DC was kind of I was torn. I was a Spider-Man guy. But I liked Batman too and Superman, so I was kind of torn. But when it comes to current day cinema, I will have to say that I really enjoy the Marvel movies. I think Jon Favreau is doing a great job with that, just like he's doing a great job with Star Wars. I think so. That's going to be a controversial statement. I'm sure I'm going to hear a lot of feedback on that. But I am of the school that Star Wars is Star Wars. So whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, Star Wars is part of the franchise. So I will watch it. and enjoy the way that it's continuing the storyline. May not like the production, may not like the execution of the production, but kind of like with this, you can't make everybody happy. I was watching a video the other day, YouTube video of Call of Duty, and Black Ops 7 has got a lot of hate for various reasons. Me, it's the cheaters and hackers that are just driving me back crap crazy. But beyond that, one of the things that's just absolutely killing me is just the cheaters and the hackers. I mean, there's no point in it. Especially, if you want to be on a team and, maybe you're thinking about ranked play, you want to rank up and you want to, do all that, and you're a serious competitive person, and this is your way of winning the state championship for football that you couldn't do for whatever reason, just not acclimated, or you prefer video games, which, that's fine, people do. But for you to cheat, first of all, you wouldn't be able to cheat in that big game and still get the trophy. Teams aren't going to want you. FaZe and those teams are not going to want a cheater in a tournament. Maybe you think you can cheat in a money tournament and still win. I don't know. Crazier things have happened, I suppose. But, to hack and to do wall hacks and speed hacks and all this other garbage just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, where's the fun in it? I guess the fun is creating the hacks and making it work and not getting caught. But, you're ruining it for all the other people out there that are playing for fun and playing for enjoyment. Now that I think about it, and I'm sitting here having this conversation with myself, because as I see, nobody's watching, but someone may watch, someone may come back and view this later. If you do, great. If there are any people out there, my goal, I can assure you, I will not expose you. You can be anonymous. You can be completely, I will not divulge my sources, as a news person might say, but I will, I'm not going to expose you, but I'd love to have a conversation a conversation like this, a voice conversation where we can chat. Again, you stay anonymous. I don't need to know who you are. I don't need to know your screen name, your game name. I don't want to know anything about that other than why do you do it? I mean, what do you get out of it? What's your motivation behind creating these hacks and these cheats? Well, and most of it, you guys don't create them, you buy them. You'll buy the code, or you'll buy the script, and you'll run it, and that's how you do it. You're not actually creating it. So I'm curious as to what you get out of it. Why do you do it? Because you're ruining, there's a lot of kids out here who play. There's a lot of youngsters that play, and you're ruining the experience for them. You're ruining the experience for them, or anybody really who's playing. And I would love to have a conversation. Wear a mask. You don't have to be on camera. Just be on voice. We can do a Discord chat once I figure out how to set it up. But I would love to have that conversation and just know the motivation behind it. Because it takes all the challenge out of the game from it for you. I mean, all you're doing is getting the wins. I know there's the dopamine release that you get from getting all these kills, but did you earn them? Did you really earn all those kills? Did you? I'd love to do a panel. Any of the, hardcore sweaty players that want to get in that aren't cheaters or hackers can come on with me, and you can ask some questions. Maybe we can do a panel, however you guys want to do it. But like I said, completely anonymous. You're safe. Won't divulge you. Hopefully Activision and Treyarch won't shut me down for not telling you. I want to have that conversation. Just like anybody who wants to learn. I'm so curious. I want to have a discourse about it. Um, you're not going to change my mind. I'm probably not going to change yours because you've been somebody who has um, worked the system, however you've done it, and you've done it for a while, and you've probably gone in and bought more profiles so you can continue to do it. Um, so yeah, I'd just love to have that talk. If anyone's interested, if you watch this and you're going, man, he's an idiot. Why wouldn't you? Or whatever, reach out, make it anonymous, respectful, always be respectful in my chat, in my comments. But I invite anybody out there who's a cheater, um, and that may be a harsh word, but anybody who uses hacks or uses scripts or uses anything to gain an advantage that does not come from straight up skill or equipment, maybe, a specific type of controller or a better internet or a better PC, things like that. That's a legitimate advantage. But if you come in and you gain that unfair advantage that you've created for yourself, um, and you want to discuss why, the hows, the where's, the who's, the what's, let me know. I'm going to send this invitation out several times. I'm going to probably do that over the next couple of weeks. I need to create a Discord because I have no idea how that works. Once I do, message me through there. I'll make it. Obviously it'll be on my bio. But yeah, let's chat. Um, I'm not trying to learn how because that's not the way I am. That's not the way I play. I want to be as good as I am or as bad as I am all on my own. So, yeah. And you guys may not even watch these. I don't know. You may not even watch this. If you know somebody who does it and you watch this and you go, yeah, I know why. I know somebody who does that. Send them my name. Send them my screen name. Tell them to reach out to me. I'm serious. This is actually a serious query that I have. I'm just curious. I'm going to get off my soapbox now about that, but I will make that invitation. I really don't have anything other to offer than my curiosity and my offer to be fair and listen to your point of view on it. So yeah, that's it on that. Back to Marvel and DC. I am a Marvel guy. I think the Marvel movies have been amazing. I think there is some questionable stuff that's kind of been built lately. I think the Marvels was kind of weird. I did like the DC TV though. I did like, well, some of it. Never mind, maybe not. Marvel TV was good. I need to catch up on The Punisher because that was really, and Daredevil, because those were pretty uh, impressive shows. Loki, not so much. Not my favorite. Um, Falcon and the Winter Snowman, or the Winter Soldier. Sorry, Winter Snowman. I was thinking back to the old '70s movie, Falcon and the Snowman. But the Falcon and the Winter Soldier was pretty decent. So yeah, those were. I think my favorite movie will still be Captain America: Civil War. I think that was the best of them all. I think the way they did the conflict was really good. Endgame and Infinity War were really good as well. I thought those were well done. So, but chime in. I'm always passionate. I'm passionate about Star Wars. If you guys want to talk about that, we can, discuss that in the comments, or even, in the chat while I'm gaming. I don't care. This can be multifunctional streams when I have them. I'm not picky. I'm not a snob. Oh, I'm a Star Wars snob, but that's me. What else? What else about Marvel? Yeah, the shows. The shows were. Let's see, the Marvel shows. Loki, Winter Soldier one. Excuse me. Now when I do talk about TV shows, I will say that one of the ones I really like as far as Disney goes, because Marvel is Disney, no matter how much anybody wants to deny it or argue it. Again, big Star Wars freak. I will say that The Mandalorian was a great series. I'm really hoping that with the movie coming out, they do not end it. I'm really looking forward to seeing it, but I'm hoping that the series continues after that and they don't, put a tombstone on it and kill it, because it was really good. The characters were well developed. I was really upset when Gina Caro was let go. I thought her character was amazing. So I was really sad when Kathleen Kennedy, screwed that whole thing up. I think in this day and age we are such a reactive society that somebody says something and there's a backlash, and rather than looking into it, I think we make decisions and react to it, and things like Gina Giancarlo being fired happens, and when that happens, you just it's reactive. It's knee jerk. It's, well, she said something. Well, yeah, talk to her, find out why. Have a conversation with her. So, still just grinding. I'm at level 36. Just missed that exfil. I'm going to go to 41. And then I'll exfil, and I should max this out and I should get to Prestige 2, so I can max it out and go from there. So right now it's just a lot of running around and avoid getting killed, making sure my guns stay up. We're gonna go buy a new one. I got 200,000. No, I got 20,000 salvage. So what we're also going to do is we're going to get a sentry turret, and we're going to drop it out here. And then I want to go get a dog, because who doesn't want a pet when you're playing? And then I'm going to go get, I don't know, War Machine. Pick up my Simtex again. And now I'm not playing solo for the most part. I am playing, I've got 2 other players, and I'm going to go up here and I am going to get Klaus. Maybe I thought I triggered Klaus. Yeah, I sure did. And there's Klaus. So now I'm a quad. At least till something dies. And that is why we converted so much of our weapons, and we spent our essence to buy weapons to get salvage so that we could do this. Where'd my dog go? Is my dog already dead? Klaus is still out here, which is good. All right, let's see here. Now, there are a lot of you Call of Duty folks out there who have been playing this forever. I will tell you that I used to be a big player in the early 2000s. And then when my daughter was born in 2008, I played for a year or so after that, but then I gave it up. And it may sound cheesy. I just didn't want her exposed to the violence at that young age. You know, it is a violent game. We didn't watch a lot of violent movies, so I gave it up, and I picked it up last year, I think, at the beginning of the year. So it's picked it up to play and really enjoy it. I've met some really cool folks on here. A couple that, you know, I don't know that you could really call them friends because you have never met them in person, but I do, you know, we chat and we talk about life and whatnot. So they've helped me. They've helped me progress in my game. They've given me confidence in my playing. So I guess that's what friends do is they help you grow. They help you become better. So I guess in a way they are friends. We're going to drop another sentry turret. Yeah, let's get another puppy dog, since we got enough to do it. Man, what the hell? Let's get some roly-polies. So in the time that we've spent together tonight, playing solo zombies and you listening to me rant and learn how to chat on here, we are now we we are ready to double prestige this gun. We've prestiged it twice, so we will get a second one going. We're not going to do this again because we've already done a lot. I think after this, I may jump in. I'll restart the stream and jump into either, I don't know, maybe find some Endgame folks to play with, or I might jump into some Warzone and see how sweaty it is and whether it's going to be any fun tonight or not. See if a couple of my buddies are on and do that. Like I said, I'm not a pro. I'm not a sweaty player. I'm not a ranked player. I'm just someone who likes to have fun. I'm looking for some people to chat with. Maybe give some advice. Maybe help learn some few things. I don't know. But you know, we'll see what happens. I've got two more rounds, and then I am going to exfil. And I'll end this stream if no one's been watching, but then I'm going to start a second one, which will be a second video. And I may make some videos off of that, talk about, especially when I do my Endgame and Warzone, talk about my mistakes. I know I'll make a ton of them. I get too cocky and complacent a lot. And we'll talk about it there. I'll put the same invitation out on those videos. And see what we can do. Again, that invitation for those who are out there who use the scripts, hacks, cheats, whatever you want to call them. I am more than happy to. I am actually inviting you. I'd love to set up and have a conversation with you. And I'm not talking about, I'm not looking for people to ping me and go, hey, look, this guy's a cheater, or that's not what I want. I want people who know it's what they do and are willing to put themselves out there and have the conversation. I watch some YouTube videos, and there are some great players out there, and people who are better than us are not always cheaters. We're never going to be the best at anything. So just because somebody pulls a great shot off, or someone pulls a great shot off, or gets advantage on us, or like Seventh Sleeper, who plays in Verdansk quite a bit. He's so funny to watch. He always gets accused of being a hacker and a cheater because he's there in the final circle just sniping people. He's got advantage and he knows how to use his guns, and he's good. I do have a question about some of the perch positions he gets, but can we really fault someone? Exploiting is one thing they don't like to see, but if devs leave something in there, that's a lot different than using something that is not native to the game to increase your advantage. So, but then just like on Rebirth Island, there's a spot over by by Turbine where you can hide in the rock. Is that a way to play with integrity? I don't think so. So, but that's just me, and then, the other conversation I'd love to have with people is those out there that feel that the way to play is to insult and threaten and just demean people. I don't understand that either, and then one day we'll talk about, mass reporting of people for chat banning them or cheating or something, just because, to get do those kind of campaigns, because that's kind of shady too, guys. I mean, that's just not right. Am I the Call of Duty police? I probably sound like it, but that's not my point. My point is that this is supposed to be fun. This is supposed to be something we all enjoy doing. This is supposed to be a way to be competitive, and play. And oh, look, Doppelgast. I was talking about him earlier. Now, I know this has been a long video. We've been on here for quite a while. Watching me just run in circles. So, I'll make another one here in a little bit. Who knows? This one may not get any views. This one may get a ton. This may get negative views. People may call for the decree of having it removed. I don't know. Um, but if I've made you think about Marvel, DC, or those using scripts, maybe I've succeeded in something tonight, this morning, tonight. Who knows? I've lost track. We will see. Right now, I'm just trying to make it to 41 so I can exfil, give me something to drink, a snack, and come into maybe some Warzone or some Endgame. Depends on if I can get anybody. I'm not one who likes to play solos because I like to talk to people. So if I can get some buddies to come in and play some Endgame would be fun. That'd be a good way to have some discord about a few things. Especially since it's free to play, you get a lot of people in there that are still learning. And I like it because it's PvE, so it's, you're not playing against, those players, like I said, that are hackers or exploiters or cheaters. They're just out to, most of the time they get into a cooperative mode. I really have learned to enjoy that quite a bit more. I'm not playing as much Warzone because of that, and I'll get a stream going tonight, and maybe help some people get started on it. And to be honest, I am tired of hearing boom, 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 as I'm sure you are. But either way, I've got this thing maxed twice, which is my goal for the night. Let's see, I've expired both my double XP tokens. Probably got 1 or 2 zombies left, and I can. Oh, and I'm out of ammo. And we can exfil. Yay! There he is. And we get to exfil. I know, seemed too easy. And we're out of here. Oh, it's midnight, my time. Maybe I'll do my Endgame chat tomorrow, my Endgame stream tomorrow. All right, folks, if you've listened, if you've hung out at all, I appreciate it. I doubt you've made it this far, but if you have, good on you. But like I said, feel free to add that like, subscribe, and we'll see what happens. See you guys on the next one. Keep an eye out, and we'll see what's going on. Talk to y'all later.